Hey, I am back from vacation. I have some good news. I should have done this earlier, but like I said, the computer that I was intending to use to record and stream and kind of break the backlog of the dishwasher stuff, so to speak, was not there. I tried to use his laptop. He let me use his laptop while he was, he's not staying there. And I tried to record, and it pretty much almost completely froze his laptop. So I didn't really have a good method to tell you guys. But in my email, I have 3 Kritika Online closed beta codes. Now I know the timing is not the best. You're only going to have about a week left in that beta before they shut it down and they start the closed beta or the open beta, which I don't think they have a set release date for that yet. They're getting a lot of feedback about the fatigue system and the grinding and all the changes that they made. So I assume it's not going to be like DFO, where the difference in the closed beta for that was like a day or something. I don't think it's going to be like that. So if you want to try the game, you can go ahead and let me know. I'm not going to be doing any kind of raffle for these codes or anything unless I get more than 3 people who legitimately want one, because it's not like a Steam game. You don't permanently own it. All you really get is early access. I think the game will probably be in open beta maybe sometime this month, if not next month. I don't have any inside information or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it the same way I have done a lot of projects on the channel throughout the past year. I know these past few months it's been kind of barren because there honestly has not been much coming out. There hasn't really been anything major since Tokiden 2, which I did pretty much all the guides I could think of on there. I think I had one more that I wanted to do, but I can't even remember what it was I was going to talk about at this point. So you can just go ahead and post a comment how the channel has helped you in a positive way, be it this year or in the past. I've been through a lot with my depression and anxiety. I had a pretty bad attack earlier today, so I'm kind of recovering from that. Just let me know what you guys enjoy from the channel. I do work hard on this. I apologize I was not able to really touch base with you guys with these free codes until now, but like I said, I got there expecting the computer to be there, and it ended up that he's not even in that house right now. So obviously he takes his computer with him. The laptop was actually not that bad. I was able to play like DFO and Red Obsidian Remnant on it, but a lot of the other stuff I tried to play, aside from the dishwasher, just didn't run. So it honestly limited what I could do, but I already queued up videos up through the 6th anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In other news, what I'm going to be doing for this month is kind of just impromptu, unplanned stuff. I went ahead and bought Drifting Lands. I played the early access demo for that, and I guess it's just a side effect of me being really busy at the time when it went into early access. I think I was busy with Berseria and Tokiden 2 back to back. I didn't really have too much time for other games, but I didn't like it, and apparently the game has a lot of inertia, and some people don't like that. I played it and I thought the game was very clunky, but I got bored the past couple days, before I left. I'm back home now, by the way. I tried it at their house, and apparently there's a ship called the Interceptor, which has like the highest speed and responsiveness, but it has the lowest health. So it's very much like playing a a Danmaku ship, basically. You even get extra points. The scoring mechanic for that ship, the scoring mechanics are different for each ship. The mechanic for that one is grazing bullets, so it's a lot like Cyveriar, or more recently Danmaku Unlimited 3. So I've been enjoying that. I went ahead and bought it. I played the demo for like 2.5 hours or something, and I enjoyed it, so I'm going to go ahead and be doing that. If you're old enough to remember Tyrion, I know I have a wide demographic, or age demographic, of people who watch my stuff, but if you're old enough to remember Tyrion, it is very much like a modernized version of that, which is pretty cool, because there's been, shmups is like pretty much the oldest genre in video games, like dating all the way back to like Space War and Asteroids and Space Invaders and stuff like that. So, there's been all kinds of shmups. The Danmaku stuff has only been in the last, like, maybe not even 20 years, before Cave started really pioneering that genre. There haven't really been too many games like Tyrion, so I'm going to be playing that probably throughout the month. I tried and tried to find high-level gameplay, and like most of the other stuff that I do that's unplanned, that honestly doesn't really perform well, but kind of keeps me interested during dry periods like now. I couldn't find any high-level gameplay for it at all, so I decided to take a risk on it, so I'll be playing that. I also got a Steam key from Keymailer for The Vagrant, which is apparently a very, you can't really say Muramasa inspired, it's probably better to say more of a Vanillaware inspired game. I was not able to play it on the laptop because, he has, laptops have integrated video, and a lot of these recent games don't really run that well on them. I played way more Red Obsidian Remnant than I have in a while, even before the update, because I couldn't really run much else. So that's what's going to be going on this month. I don't really know what else I'm going to be doing throughout the summer. It doesn't have anything to do with my benefits being cut. That is going to affect the channel in the future, but for now it really hasn't made much difference at all. I'm actually getting another $40 from Curse from the ad revenue in a couple days, so I will probably use that and try to get something else to tide you guys over. I did get East Origin on Vita, and I was intending to do a port review series on that, but I talked to somebody on here, someone gave me a comment chain, and they said that the game ran at 60 FPS with dips, so I went ahead and bought it. The game runs at 30 FPS, and not only that, it drops significantly during bosses. Now, regardless of how much, how sensitive you are to frame rates, and drastic changes in frame rates, going from 60 FPS to 40 FPS is not as bad as 30 to 10. 30 to 10 is like going from playable to a slideshow. So I don't know how I did this. Sony does not really have a universal policy for this, but I was able to get a refund. I talked to them and I told them, I basically told them that the frame rate for it was not what I was told it was, and that I wouldn't enjoy it. And I guess they saw how much I spend. I have like over 60 games on my Vita, and I don't know how many on PS3, and a couple more on PS4, but most of them are just cross-buy. They probably saw, this guy spends a shit ton of money, so we should just refund him. So I have $20. They refunded me the $20 back. I'm probably going to keep that because there's probably going to be some E3 sales. They already said that there's going to be some sales and stuff. So maybe I'll get something from that. I don't really know what else is coming out in the next few months. If you guys know of anything that I'd be interested in, be it on Steam or PSN, PSN would obviously be ideal because I have that $20 just sitting on my account now from the refund. You can go ahead and let me know, and I'll consider it. I usually plan out my stuff as far in advance as possible, like Berseria and Tokiden 2. I had those planned out like I think like probably before Thanksgiving. Pretty much as soon as the release dates were set, I already had the money set aside and everything for them. So this summer is probably just going to be random stuff. I do still have a bit of a backlog. I've kind of been in the process of just uninstalling stuff I know that I wouldn't like enough to finish, or at least not really produce any content for it. And I think that we're lucky to be in an era where video games are cheaper than they've ever been. Even if you're in like a developing country or a place where gaming is a more expensive hobby, you can still get pretty nice discounts for stuff. Like I feel like if you spend like anywhere under $10 on a game and you don't like it, it's really not a big deal. It's no different than like going to a restaurant and getting a shitty meal. It sucks, but you're not really out that much money. It's not gonna like really affect you financially. So I've kind of been removing some stuff that I just decided I'm probably never going to play. I hid a bunch of stuff from my Steam library. That's one of the features that they've added recently, where you can put stuff in a hidden category, and like almost 90% of it, or I don't know, made up statistic, but a big chunk of it is mostly stuff from Humble Bundles that I didn't like or games I finished. So I'll just be running through random stuff. If you guys have any ideas, you can let me know, and like I said, just go ahead and let me know if the channel's affected you in a positive way, be it this year or any past year I've been active, and I'll go ahead and I'll give you a code, no questions asked. You should be able to enter it on the site. I'm going to go ahead and post a link in the description. I think you have to create an account, and then you go to your account settings, and then you just copy paste the code, and you'll get the closed beta access. You will have about a week I don't know when they're going to close the server on the 13th, but you'll have about a week, maybe 6.5 days or something to mess around with it. So you can go ahead and try out the game. They're getting pretty good feedback, so probably once they announce what the changes are and they open it up, I will keep you guys posted. I will be doing a Red Obsidian Remnants change list or change or patch overview probably tomorrow. I'm pretty tired today, so it's probably not going to be up right at midnight. Also, like I said, I will be needing to push my Patreon more than I have in the past, because I will have to offset that money that I've lost from my benefits. The government is cutting benefits or money from people who have disabilities like I do because of the the insurance and stuff like that. They're trying to allocate a budget, so I'm gonna go ahead and post my link there too. If you want to help me out and you want something in return, you can go ahead and let me know. Now is a better time than ever, even if my benefits had not been cut, simply because there's really not much going on right now. I'm going to be getting out those overview videos, and then probably just messing around on Drifting Lands. DFO did get the infinite difficulty patch, so I'll probably be doing some speed runs on there as well. Anyway, I'm sorry that I was not very active during the past 2 weeks, even if I was not on vacation. I wanted to do more stuff, but just the situation there was not really ideal for it. So I'm back in full force now. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace.